Is your child still choosing between old career paths, from AI to green tech and beyond? Here are the careers your child needs to know about.
Let me ask you something. When you were in class 10, how many careers did your parents talk to you about? Engineering, medicine, maybe law or chartered accountancy. If your family was really forward thinking, perhaps an MBA. That was it, right? Maybe 6 or 7 options. Here is what nobody told you. The World Economic Forum now tracks 97 different growing job categories. 97. And 65% of children in school today will work in jobs that do not even have a name yet. So if you are sitting with your class 10 child right now, trying to figure out which stream to pick, and you are still choosing between only 3 boxes, you're not giving them the full picture. This is what this video is going to fix. Before I get into the 5 careers, I want to spend just 60 seconds on why this conversation matters so much right now. The science, commerce, arts model was designed for an industrial economy. It made sense when most educated people went into factories, government offices, or a handful of professions. But India in 2026 is 3 different economies running at the same time. We are a service economy, a knowledge economy, and increasingly a green economy. And the careers that pay best in all 3 of those economies require combinations. Not one stream, but 2 or 3 in conversation with each other. A product manager needs data skills and communication skills. A climate finance analyst needs economics and environmental science. An AI ethics specialist needs philosophy and technology. NEP 2020 actually recognized this. The whole point of the new education policy is to break down the walls between subjects. The students who take advantage of that flexibility now are the ones who will enter the best careers years ahead of their peers. So let us talk about what those careers actually are. The first career I want to talk about is product management. Here is a question. The last time you used a food delivery app and it showed you the exact delivery time before you even placed your order, did you wonder who decided that? Or the way Cred shows your credit score as a progress bar rather than just a number? Or one tap UPI on PhonePe? None of these features appear by accident. A product manager figured out that users needed them, defined exactly what the feature should do, convinced the engineering and business teams to build it, and guided it all the way to your phone screen. A product manager sits at the meeting point of 3 teams. The technical team, which asks what is possible to build. The business team, which asks what will help the company grow. And the users, who just want something that actually works. The product manager holds all 3 in mind at the same time and makes the call. Now, what makes this career so interesting for stream decisions? Look at what skills it actually requires. Analytical thinking, not advanced mathematics. Logical comfort with data and numbers. Communication, writing clear documents, presenting to senior leaders, interviewing real users to understand what they need. Students from humanities backgrounds often shine here. Empathy, genuinely understanding what users feel and need, not just what they say. Resilience, because product timelines shift overnight and decisions get reversed. Notice what is not on that list. PCM, PCB, commerce, a strong humanities student who loves technology, a commerce student with a design eye, a science student who writes beautifully, all of them can build a path here. What does the study path look like? The most common route today is a BTech in any engineering branch, followed by an MBA. But you can also get there through BBA or BCom with an MBA, or even a BA in economics or psychology, followed by a product management certificate and early startup experience. And the salaries? An associate product manager starting out earns 12 to 18 lakhs per annum. A product manager with 2 to 5 years of experience earns 20 to 35 lakhs. Senior product managers earn 35 to 70 lakhs, and directors of product or chief product officers at top companies earn 70 lakhs to 2 crore and above. Top hiring companies: Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart, Razorpay, Cred, PhonePe, Google India, Microsoft India, Adobe India, and hundreds of funded startups across Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi NCR. The early signal to watch for in your child: they notice problems with apps and have strong opinions on how to fix them. They organize group projects without being asked. They are genuinely curious about why some businesses succeed and others fail. The second career is one that is almost completely invisible in India's school counseling conversations, even though it is one of the fastest growing roles in the country's tech economy, which is UX research. UX stands for user experience. A UX researcher's job is to understand how human beings interact with digital products. Why do people get confused on a checkout page? Why do they abandon a form halfway through? What are they actually looking for when they search for something? Before Paytm redesigned its home screen, a UX researcher interviewed hundreds of users to understand what was confusing them. Before Nykaa added a skin tone filter to its product pages, a researcher identified that gap through observation. Someone mapped the parent journey through a school app step by step and identified exactly where parents were getting stuck. That someone was a UX researcher. The methods they use include user interviews, which are one-on-one conversations to understand motivations and frustrations. Usability testing, where you watch real people try to use a product and see where they struggle. Surveys, diary studies, and behavioral observation. This career sits at the meeting point of three disciplines that Indian education has kept in separate boxes for decades. Psychology, which is understanding how humans think and feel. Technology, which means working inside a digital product team. And communication, which means turning complex human insights into clear recommendations that product teams can actually use. A student who loves psychology but worries it does not lead to stable employment in India has never fully explored UX research. A student who loves technology but finds pure engineering too impersonal may find their place here. A student who loves writing but wants to work in a technology environment will genuinely thrive. Now the salary picture. A junior UX researcher earns 6 to 12 lakhs. Mid-level researchers earn 14 to 28 lakhs. Senior researchers earn 28 to 50 lakhs. Principal researchers and research leads earn 50 to 90 lakhs. And Indian UX researchers increasingly work remotely for US and European companies without ever relocating. Hiring companies include Flipkart, Amazon India, Adobe, Microsoft, Google, Swiggy, and a growing ecosystem of design-forward startups. One thing I want to say to parents who are worried about stability in a psychology adjacent career, demand for qualified UX researchers in India significantly outpaces supply right now. Companies regularly report that they cannot find experienced researchers. Starting salaries at top technology firms are on par with mid-level software engineering roles. This is not a backup career, it is an underexplored one. Here is a number I want you to sit with for a moment. India has committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2070. Achieving that target will require an estimated 850 lakh crore rupees in investment over the next 5 decades. Solar parks, green hydrogen facilities, electric vehicle infrastructure, climate resilient agriculture, clean water systems, all of that money needs professionals who understand both how climate systems work and how financial systems work. That profession is called climate finance, and almost no school in India is talking about it. A climate finance professional advises governments, banks, and corporations on where and how to invest in the green transition. They work at the World Bank, the IMF, the Reserve Bank of India, SEBI's Sustainability Division, and a fast-growing ecosystem of green bonds and climate funds. SEBI introduced mandatory sustainability reporting for India's top 1,000 listed companies in 2022. Every one of those companies now needs qualified professionals to measure, report, and improve their sustainability performance. Demand is growing faster than the talent pipeline can supply. What skills does it require? Scientific literacy, meaning you need to understand climate systems and environmental data. Financial and economic reasoning, policy knowledge, and strong communication skills, because you are constantly translating complex science for financial audiences and complex finance for scientific ones. This is one of the clearest examples of a career that genuinely does not belong to any single stream. Neither a pure science student nor a pure commerce student has an inherent advantage here. The advantage belongs to the student who develops both. Study paths from India. BSc Environmental Science or BA Economics, followed by a Master's at Delhi School of Advanced Studies, IRMA or Azim Premji University, or abroad at LSE Columbia or Edinburgh. The CFA Institute certificate in ESG investing is widely recognized in the industry. Salary expectations. Entry level 8 to 14 lakhs per annum. Mid-level specialists earn 18 to 40 lakhs. Senior managers and directors earn 45 to 90 lakhs. Global roles at multilateral organizations pay significantly more. The student who is drawn to this career tends to genuinely care about the environmental issues, has analytical capability with numbers and data, and wants their work to have real visible impact on the world. And if that sounds like your child, this career deserves serious attention. This one is going to surprise you, and it might be the single fastest growing career on this entire list. An AI ethics specialist ensures that artificial intelligence systems are fair, transparent, and safe. As more decisions in banking, healthcare, hiring, and criminal justice get made by algorithms, someone needs to ask hard questions. Is this algorithm based against certain communities? Can we explain why it made that decision? What happens if it is wrong? In 2019, this was a niche academic role. In 2026, major technology companies, governments, law firms, consulting firms, and financial institutions are all hiring for it. India's AI regulatory landscape is developing rapidly, and demand is accelerating. What skills does it need? This is genuinely one of the most multidisciplinary careers in existence. Philosophy, because you need to reason carefully about fairness and accountability. Technology, because you need to understand what AI systems actually do. Law, because regulation is central to this field. And communication, because your job is to explain complex risk to decision makers. A student who loves debating ethical questions, understands technology, and writes clearly is a natural fit here. This is a career that actively rewards the kind of student who does not fit neatly into one box. Study paths vary because this field is so new. Philosophy or law combined with a technology minor, followed by specialized courses in AI governance and machine learning. Several universities abroad now offer dedicated AI ethics programs. Within India, the Indian Institute of Technology and Indian Institute of Management campuses are beginning to build this into their technology policy and management programs. Salary range in India 12 to 60 lakhs, with demand accelerating significantly post 2024. Global roles pay considerably more. The fifth career is one that most parents have genuinely never heard of, but your child has almost certainly been influenced by one. A behavioral economist studies why people make irrational financial and life decisions, and then designs policies and products that help them decide better. Why do people pay their electricity bill late even when automatic payment is available? Why do people not sign up for pension schemes even when it costs them nothing? Why does a hospital lose fewer patients when it tells them what percentage of people did take their medication rather than warning them about the ones who did not? These are all behavioral economics questions. The answers to them have shaped government policies, insurance products, public health campaigns, and the design of financial apps used by millions of people. The UK government has a behavioral insights team. The US government has one. India's policy community is building this capability rapidly, and every major bank, insurance company, and consumer finance firm wants people who understand why customers behave the way they do. What does it require? Psychology, because you need to understand human decision making. Economics, because you need to understand markets and incentives. And strong research skills, because this field is built on evidence. Study paths: BA or BSc Economics, followed by a Master's in Behavioural Economics or Applied Psychology. Several universities abroad, including LSE, Chicago, and Carnegie Mellon, offer dedicated programs. In India, Ashoka University and Azim Premji University are building strong behavioral science programs. Let's talk about the salary range. 10 to 55 lakhs in consulting, banking, and government roles. Senior behavioral scientists at consulting firms and financial institutions earn at the higher end of that range. So, here is what I want you to take away from this video. Every single career I just described requires a combination of skills that the old three-stream model was not designed to produce. And every single one of them is hiring right now in India at salaries that compare favorably with engineering and medicine. But here is the honest truth I want to share with you. Knowing that these careers exist is not the same as knowing whether your child is actually suited for one of them. The worst thing you can do is hear about climate finance and decide your child should study it because it sounds exciting and pays well. That is just replacing one kind of guessing with another. The right question is not which career sounds good. It is which career actually matches who my child is. That means understanding their aptitude, how their mind actually works, whether they are stronger in logical reasoning, verbal thinking, spatial thinking, or numerical reasoning. It means understanding their genuine interests, not what they say they like, but what genuinely energizes them. Their emotional intelligence, their resilience under pressure, their personality. These are measurable things, not guesses, not vibes. Measurable with validated frameworks that have decades of research behind them. This is exactly what SkillSphere maps. We assess 5 dimensions of your child's profile using 5 globally validated frameworks: aptitude, interest, emotional intelligence, adversity quotient, and personality. And we deliver a 25 to 40 page personalized report validated by a certified career counselor that tells you not just what your child is good at, but what career directions will actually fit them. We work with students from class 6 all the way through class 12. If you want to see what a SkillSphere report actually looks like, we have a free sample you can download right now. The link is in the description below. And if you want to speak with one of our counselors before you commit to anything, we offer a free 15-minute intro call. No pressure, just a conversation. The number is in the description and so is the email. If this video was useful to you, please share it with one parent in your life who has a child in class 9 or 10. This is exactly the conversation they need to be having right now. Subscribe for a new career breakdown every week. Thank you for watching and good luck with the decision ahead. It's a big one and you are clearly approaching it the right way.